Hey guys, DMC here. I'm bringing you the update for Black Ops 3. This is the patch notes for version 1.03, and the first thing I'll start with is the weapons, because I think that's what you guys will be most interested in. We're going to talk about the submachine guns first. The VMP, the ADS time was slightly increased to match other SMGs. The hipfire spread slightly increased to match other SMGs. For the Pharaoh, close damage range slightly reduced. It's a slight nerf there. The Razorback got a damage range increase. Now for assault rifles, KN-44 fixed the ADS view for the iron sights when a clan tag or kill counter is attached to the weapon. XR2 hipfire spread increased to match other assault rifles, and minor tweak to the fire rate. That almost definitely means a nerf. I'm sure they reduced it. HVK-30 increased ability to control recoil. Most likely that means there's going to be less side-to-side recoil, more of just a vertical recoil. ICR-1 fixed an animation issue when the weapon had the Varix 3 optic and suppressor attached. M8A7 fire rate increased, fixed an issue with the iron sights when the kill counter was attached. So that's all for the assault rifles. Now for shotguns, the KRM-262 increased the lethal range. Haymaker 12, fire rate and damage range slightly reduced. Now for the Argus, the ADS time is increased and the close range damage was increased. So that gun was already very powerful. I'm surprised they increased it. All right, light machine guns, BRM. The ADS speed was slightly reduced. Dingo increased ability to control recoil. Once again, they probably made it so there's less side-to-side recoil. Gorgon. Gorgon took another nerf here. The clip size was reduced from 50 to 40. The ADS time has been slowed down, and it no longer deals extra damage to vehicles without FMJ. And they increased the recoil and increased the hip fire spread. So that's a lot of nerfs for the Gorgon. 48 Dredge, fixed magazine count on extended mag. This was previously ending on one bullet, then playing a 6-round burst audio when the last bullet was fired. Slightly increased the ADS time. Pistols, the LCAR-9, the close damage range slightly reduced. And for equipment, the thermite, the damage rate reduced, now takes longer to be killed by thermite. So if you get by a thermite, you might actually be able to. Specialist weapons and abilities now charge at a reduced rate over time in objective modes. Corrected text descriptions for specialist weapon multi-kills, which unlock specialist epic. For the Outrider, the vision pulse ability recharge speed has been slightly reduced. Nomad fixed an issue with the unlock requirements for the 9th helmet. Rejack ability recharge speed has been slightly increased, and the Hive trigger radius slightly reduced, so a little bit of a nerf on the Hive. The Reaper, the scythe has had its ammo reduced from 200 to 160, so a slight nerf there. You'll get less kills with that. Firebreak Heatwave ability recharge speed has been slightly increased. So that's all the changes for specialists. We've got some changes here for Arena. Let's take a look. Players now prevented from joining a post-match lobby. And all banned items are now correctly being restricted while in-game. Whereas before, some of the banned items were still able to be used in-game. Now, challenges. Addressed issues with the hard counter, actionable intel, anti-up, fast earner, bypassed security, hard counter, destroyer, defender, assault, steady aim, and focus challenges. These should now unlock and track progress correctly. Now for the map updates. On Exodus, fixed an exploit where players were able to mantle into an unintended area of one of the buildings. Fringe fixed an issue where players were able to mantle into an unplayable space in Fringe. Now Nuketown, we've got a lot of updates for Nuketown. Let's take a look. Addressed an exploit spot involving a wall at one of the buildings. That's not very specific. Improved Cerberus score streaks pathing on the second floor of the houses. Addressed an issue where players were able to stand outside of the map boundaries. Also, players are no longer able to shoot through a wall on the second floor of one of the buildings. Fixed an exploit where users were able to stand on a ledge under one of the second floor windows. Players can no longer wedge themselves in between a tower and one of the high walls. Fixed an issue with dead player models outside the white fenced area. And the safeguard robot will no longer get stuck outside the north garage when attempting to path toward the north goal. Fixed 2 exploits where the player could see into the spawns as well as shoot players through glass. And fixed an issue with max number of bots during free-for-all or team deathmatch. Zombies updates. Addressed exploits in the Shadows of Evil and the Giant maps. Fixed a matchmaking issue where players were able to enter lobbies when they were already full. Addressed various areas where zombies would not path to players, although I think most people probably wanted that. Players will now be rewarded with a Dark Ops calling card when they prestige. So that's zombies. Now campaign. Players can now equip custom paint jobs in the armory and the campaign safe houses. Players can now use the weapon builder to access gunsmith and paint shop in the campaign safe houses, and addressed stability issues. Now for the general notes, leaderboards enabled in the barracks. Players are now awarded crypto keys in arena and public matches after playing consecutive matches in the same playlist. Team balancing in arena and public matches has been improved to more consistently maintain even teams. Fixed a UI error when entering Prestige in the multiplayer front-end menus. Addressed a UI error in file share when selecting any empty tab. Addressed an issue where hosts were able to leave as soon as the game began. Fixed an issue where white boxes were appearing for custom classes in Create a Class. Now on to general gameplay. Addressed a case where score streak kills were counting towards specialist kills for challenge completion. Fixed an issue where players could have attachments which should be locked after prestiging weapons. Players are now prevented from spawning at the same spawn point when there are high player counts in free-for-all and gun game. Addressed a case where players were able to spawn in after the match time expired. Search and destroy kill elimination has been changed from 250 XP to 500 XP. The Cerberus score streak can no longer be destroyed by a friendly teammate's power core score streak, and the Mothership score streak will no longer count toward the hard counter challenge. So that's it for general gameplay updates. So to stay up to date on all the latest Call of Duty news and information, hit that subscribe button so you'll find out right away as soon as a new video comes out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.